Bienvenue dans Magister, LeRegard, un podcast d'entretien avec des artistes et des acteurs culturels. Ici, on prend le temps d'écouter les parcours, la création et le regard porté sur le monde. Bonne écoute.
Bonjour et bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, nous recevons une invitée internationale, Cherelle K, une artiste américaine dont le parcours s'inscrit entre identité, ambition et visibilité. Pour cette première interview en anglais, nous allons explorer sa trajectoire, sa construction d'image et la manière dont elle pense sa visibilité à l'international. Bienvenue dans le regard. Cherelle K.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. I'm so glad to have you today for this discussion. How are you doing first?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I've like a lot of questions. So I would like to know you, who you are, where you're from, what you're doing. Just what can you say about it?
Well, you said my name is Cherelle K. I'm originally from Shreveport, Louisiana, here in the U.S. Once I graduated from college, got a bachelor's degree, I then moved to Austin, Texas, and I'm a director. I'm a live TV. That's my main 9 to 5. And then I'm like, it's time to start my music career once I got here. And so I'm a rapper, just growing, upcoming actress as well. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a lip chat. So just a jack of many trades I am. I'm in grad school. So just jack of many trades.
Okay, that's good. When did you first realize you didn't just want to create, but also to be seen?
I think that I've always wanted to be seen. It just was a confidence thing. When I was younger, I was performing the Cheetah Girls and the Hannah Montana. Everyone does it. And then it was just in front of family. And then I got older, Nicki Minaj started, Katy Perry started, and I started building sets inside my house. So I would take storage containers and build out a set and then put sheets over it so it looks like it's a stage. And then I would make microphones out of Febreze bottles and wrap them in paper and decorate it. I really had a stage and a mic and was playing music and was really performing. And it was something I always wanted to do, but you go through adolescence, you completely lose yourself off your rocker, just completely do everything that's not really you. Then when I graduated college, I was like, it's time to be Cherelle. It's time to go find out who Cherelle is.
What means Cherelle K?
What means Cherelle K? Cherelle actually means beloved of God. K is my last name, which is Kozak.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, at the beginning, what was your ambition? Recognition, impact, or freedom?
I think that I just wanted to do something that made me happy. First job, I was 16. My dad said he would not get me a car unless I got a job because I'm not going to be running around in the streets with a car with no responsibilities. And ever since then, I've been working in high school, just working different stuff. And I remember working at Panera and Whole Foods and some of these jobs, these restaurants and grocery stores. And I just was thinking to myself, I just want to be happy in my career. I just want to love my job. I want to love what I'm doing. And that's really what it is. I want to inspire people. I want to inspire people to follow their dreams and that it's possible to follow you have to do what you have to until you can do what you want. And that's kind of the journey I've been on.
Okay, that's so deep.
Mm-hmm.
Has your vision of success changed over time?
I think it's changed because I'm still a big dreamer. I just think that kind of the bubbles of what, I'm not famous, but just the bubbles of what being an entertainer is. No, Beyonce doesn't say I'm throwing a tour and then it just happens. There's a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy that goes into everything before anyone even sees anything. So you really have to love it. You have to love the craft. You have to really be passionate about it because if you're not, you're just wasting your time. Because people only see maybe 40% of the 100% that you put into it. So I think just the reality of what I'm doing changed.
In the beginning, you said that you're on TV as a director, and by the same way, you're an artist. How do you work with
It's
it?
very different. You know, being an actress and like being an upcoming actress, there's no shortcuts. There
Okay.
really is no shortcuts. Being a director at my job, I'm a director. That's what I am. I'm not talent. When I book an acting gig, I'm talent. I'm not a director. So it's really about like making sure I place myself and be respectful to everyone. You know, like, I'm not going to go to a film set and try to tell the director, oh, I'm a director, so I know how to do it. Or I'm not going to
Okay.
go to my 9 to 5 where I'm the director and be telling the talent, well, you need to be, you know, it just is about being respectful of everyone's job.
And you
and
keep the
knowing,
balance too.
yeah, knowing that there's a time and there's a place for everything. You know, and it's okay to sometimes, in film and entertainment, everyone has ideas. Everyone wants their opinions to win. And sometimes just letting other people just have it. You know, you'll have your time. You'll have your time to be the star, to be the showrunner, to be the one that is, it's all about you. Sometimes you just gotta let other people have it.
Was there a defining moment that shifted your trajectory?
When I moved here to Austin from Louisiana, and so, because it was more than just moving away from my hometown for me. It was more than just, okay, I'm done with college, let me find a job and something to do. It was like I knew me moving away from my hometown was the first step in me what I really wanted to do in my life. And that's exactly what it's been. Like, I think back to the person I was in Louisiana, and I'm just like, I don't even know that person. I was so boxed in. I was so just like, kind of like an octopus that takes up space. That's a horrible metaphor, but just kind of takes up space. You don't really know what the octopus looks like. You just see it in a cup and it just is there. And then it gets out and you see, oh, the legs are really long. So that's kind of how I feel. Yes, because it's a lot, especially as in music, rap and hip hop especially. There's no one in my family who's done hip hop or rap, or no, I don't know anyone, you know, to relate to or ask or anything like that. There's a lot of people in hip hop rap that are playing, that are scamming, that see me and they think I'm some cute dingy girl that they could play around with, who doesn't have an eye and see things and see people playing. And when I first started, one of the hardest things I think was like just finding a good engineer that worked with me, understood that I'm just coming here to pay you and you make my record sound good. I pay you and that's all we're doing. There's nothing else. So I think there's a lot of different stuff happening a lot of the times in hip hop and rap between everyone. And I'm not here for that. I'm not saying one day, if someone comes along, but I'm not here to be mixing and mingling my dreams with my personal life. So I think that was kind of an obstacle I really had to learn to deal with. If you don't feel right, instantly cut it off and just find somebody else to work with. You don't have to try to go back and forth. You're paying them.
Okay. How would you define your artistic identity in one sentence?
Evolving.
Evolving, okay. Why?
I feel like I'm gonna always grow. I have a Friday freestyle. I say, gonna grow until I find my peak. Then will come my little one. So I'm gonna continue to grow my artistry in every way, every lane that I can. And then when I feel like I found my peak, it's time to have some kids and a family.
Is your image instinctive or is it intentionally constructed?
When I first started, I didn't realize how maybe reserved I really was. Female hip hop and female rap is a lot of, and there's no shade. It's okay to show what you want to show. It's your body. Show what you want.
Yeah.
My first official music video, last name Kozak, I was just trying to wear a bralette with a jacket. And I didn't really realize until I stepped on set, should I really be wearing this? Is this what I want to show? And it wasn't that big of a deal. The director was like, girl, you're not even showing anything. But there's just something so beautiful to me about when a girl is covered up and you still see her beauty. I'm not saying I won't show a little bit of me, but I'm not someone that's my focus. My focus is the music. My focus is storytelling. My focus is film. It's not showing everything I can show. So I guess it's just who I am. I'm just being me,
Okay, I got it. So what do you consciously choose to show and not choose to show publicly?
I don't really like to go too deep into family stuff. I'm okay sharing. I'm like a really big talker. How some people would just keep stuff bottled up when something is bothering them and they're going through something? I have got to talk. That's just who I am. I don't hold anything. I'm not being mad about something that happened last year. I have to talk about it, get it, think of solutions, and move on. So yeah,
Good.
I'm a big talker. I know how to be quiet. I'm not gonna like talk your head off, but I am a big let's get it out. Yeah, like friends. Oh, brains. Yes, you do. The way social media is, it's not like it's 1954 where you go up to the record thing and try to get a record deal. You have got to figure out how to brand yourself. There's like no choice. You can't just be a rapper. You can't just be a model. You can't just be an actor. You can't just be one thing without, you're gonna have to merge into other stuff or you ain't gonna make no money. And that's just what it is. I think the only people maybe that have the luxury of just being an actor and just doing their movie and just doing that are the people who grew before social media. So DiCaprio, Denzel Washington, them people, they could just do a movie and don't hear nothing else. I don't have to do no brand deal. I don't have to do no, but it's just the world we live in now.
Have you ever adjusted your image to reach a broader audience?
I have worked with different people that were like, you know, cause my sound, and they're like, oh, well, you should probably show a little more. You should probably, you know, be on like Nicki Minaj. And I'm just kind of looking at you like, I'm paying you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not really me. Can't you see it all in my face if it's not right? I think that I've tried to wake up every day and try new things. You know, if TikTok live's not working, okay, YouTube live is working. If posting on Instagram isn't working, okay, posting on Facebook is working. Like, finding different things to grow my name is what I've been trying to focus on.
So what do you think when people ask you to do as Nicki Minaj or whatever, is it just because of the style of your music or is because you're famous?
I think it's because people have an image of what female rap is, and it's not just because of Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is a very, very talented rapper, very, very talented, but you know, she's a really, really good rapper. Everyone's gonna always say her or Cardi as the totem pole for things. And I think that a lot of the times people will just see a female rapper that looks good, sounds good, and they'll miss that, like, it's not all about the body. You know, there's a lot of different female rappers there, I think, and just underground. Let's just start there. Not even like celebrity, just underground rappers. I've done so many performances and festivals and stuff where I've seen people just, their lyrics sound horrible. They're not talking about nothing but sex. They're half naked. And it's just like, what are you doing this for? All for embracing your body and embracing, but we've come to this point where a lot of times being a female rapper just sounds like being half naked. And that's just not me.
Ever been misunderstood?
Yes, for sure. First year doing the rap thing, I was just trying to perform any and everywhere. It didn't matter if I got paid. It didn't matter if I was getting promoted. It didn't matter what. I was trying to perform any and everywhere, whether that was schools, festivals, fashion shows, nightclubs, comedy shows, open mics. It didn't matter where. And I remember, but I'm trying to go about booking a performance. I will send a media packet with my artist website, performance clip, articles that have been posted of me, with my music video, a bunch of stuff, right? And I remember it was a hair festival that I was trying to get on. And the lady who was on charge of the booking wanted me to perform. And she was rooting for me to perform. But the guy who was over the whole thing, he just heard female rap and thought I was going to be cussing a bunch, gyrating, humping the air. That's what he thought. And I had to tell him, the lady who was trying to book me, she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, maybe we can set up a call so you can tell him what type of artist you are. And I was like, yo, I sent my media packet so y'all see what type of artist I am. You know, I cuss and I do a little bit, but I can cater my set if there's children and kids. So yeah, for sure. Definitely just hearing female rap, people will just assume the worst sometimes.
Do you start thinking strategically about visibility?
I think that was like first. And my goal is not necessarily to be signed by a label. When you're doing research, first things first nowadays, a label will not even sign you if you do not have a social media. Like, it doesn't matter. If you want to be an artist, you need to figure out how to grow your social media following. If you want to get signed by a label, if not, you need to figure out how to go get a job, some money, and so you can be your own label. Because that's what a label is the money. But yeah, like, there's no way you can be a musician and make any type of any money, anything if you do not grow your social media. Have to. And it's okay if it's slow, if you're not showing your whole bottom and your whole titties and it's okay if you're not doing things that you think you should be doing because other people are doing it. But just every day waking up and trying to find ways to get followers and to get people to recognize you. It's important. It is.
Which platform has impacted your career the most?
And it's crazy because in college, I was trying to do the YouTube thing. Everybody tried to be the YouTuber at one point, do the vlogs and stuff. And I didn't know how to get subscribers. I just did not know how to do it. And I probably did it maybe 6 months. And I was just like, I don't know how to do it. And then I was doing TikTok. My TikTok got hacked. I ended up getting another TikTok, but it just made me mad how it got hacked. And then the live one as well. And it just was kind of starting to just irritate me. So I was like, well, let me see what else I can do. I go on YouTube Live. I got the majority of my mixtape sales. I had a physical mixtape as well that was sold and stored on my website and different record stores online. The majority of my sales came from people from YouTube watching me. And they came from, like, I had some people buy like 3 or 4 just because they come to my YouTube Live and they'll just watch and support and get to know me. So definitely YouTube. I think everyone's secret formula in their head is post on TikTok and TikTok will blow you up if you sound good. And that's not true. A lot of people are running campaigns through TikTok. A lot of labels are like paying for campaigns on TikTok, trying different stuff. YouTube has been gold for me though.
Okay. My next question is about metric. As you just has to say about YouTube, I think you analyze metric stuff or not? Do you?
Like, what do you mean?
Metric, no, like statistic on YouTube, Spotify,
okay, yes. I definitely, too long ago, I had like 9K people on a live. So it's like, go live on TikTok, post on TikTok. You're an entrepreneur, put your brand on TikTok. Everyone's mind is TikTok, and TikTok's overly saturated right now. And there's so many other apps that people are on that you could be gaining a fan base. It doesn't matter what app it is, as long as people are recognizing you, taking you, following you different places, listening to your music, purchasing your stuff, coming to your performances. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of content truly drives engagement for you?
It's what in every line is a situation that happened. So just being very raw and honest. People can tell. People can always tell when you're being fake and when you're being real. My biggest mistake, I've definitely gotten scammed a few times. And that's the thing too, that you just gonna have to learn. You're just gonna have to learn that unless you have someone around you that is already in the hip hop game, it's gonna happen. And they don't even have to be like a in your face. It can simply be just promoters. Because promoters will want you to pay all this money to perform at an event, and then you're not even really getting any recognition or anything. I think just allowing people to see I have a dream and I'm really striving for it, and they using that to manipulate me and offer me something that they're really not. And that's the whole thing as a new artist, an upcoming artist. And as you grow, celebrities all day talk about how their accountants are stealing money or this, that, and you just can't trust people, so.
If you have to identify one key lever if you have to choose one key that accelerates your visibility, what will it be?
Every day, something on social media. I go live multiple times a day. Every day, unless there's a serious situation. And then if there is a serious situation, then I'm saying, hey, Cozy Gang, that's what I call a fan base. Hey, Cozy Gang, I'm not going to be on live, but listen to this, listen to that. That's my cat. I'm so sorry. I should throw something at him, but I don't have it stock. So just doing something, posting reels, messages. I have a group chain on Instagram. Anything where you're constantly engaging with the people. Doing performances. I was like doing way too many performances. I had to scale back, but just staying consistent with chatting with the people that you want to support you until you don't have to. Because, at a certain point, you don't have to, once you do start making it and blowing up, but you just got to go with the wave until you find your peak.
Do you think building visibility in the US differs from Europe?
I definitely think, because I've had a few media companies post me and stuff in Europe. Definitely think that with me not being there, traveling there ever. I definitely think that sometimes people in Europe can be a little bit nicer. I think sometimes people can be a little bit nicer. It's a mean world. It's mean. The way to do it is you just got to keep being seen on social media. Sometimes people will see you on social media and just will scroll because it's like who she thinks she is. You just got to keep being consistent. So, sometimes, people can just be mean and just, everyone from Europe that I've worked with or that's posted me or that's done articles, I've always been very, very kind. So that's what I can say.
How do you approach international?
The same way with kindness, being genuine, no difference. Do I have a different message depending on the market?
Yeah.
No, other than if I do an event where it's kids, respect your parents. Because I was there, we all, and when you're going through adolescence and stuff, it's just like, you don't listen to nothing. And when you look back, I'm finally at the phase where you look back and none of that mattered. You can do everything you doing at 13, you want to do it 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, in your 20s. You don't have to do nothing when you're a kid. Just making sure I tell them to respect their parents.
If you were starting today from zero, what would you do different?
Think that I wouldn't make, in the beginning, me and, some of my family members, we made me performing at different events because I never done it such a big deal. And there was sometimes I would have 3-4 dates a month I'm performing. And I feel like we made it we made it a bigger deal than it needed to. Because I'm if I'm performing 4 times a month, people can't come to that. No, people can't. They can't stop. I'm performing all the time. It's not that serious. So I think just kind of dialing back on, just go to the performance, still take some pictures and just move on. You're not at the Grammys now. So I think that's what I would do.
Okay. What do talented artists underestimate?
What was that? They do what about building a career?
A talented artist, what they do one day.
Oh, when they start.
Yeah.
I think for me, and I'm not judging anyone what they are, I think the first thing I do is pray. You got to pray, you got to ask God to hold your hand because there's a lot of evil people. There's a lot of mean spirits that's trying to play with you, and you got to ask God to guide you through. And I know it's funny, but it's true. It's true. It's true because, and I'm not even trying to but the devil comes in many forms.
Yeah, that's true.
And he can come giving you gold, giving you the dream that you wish for. And it's not that at all. So just really praying, and asking God to guide you and keep your eyes open with different things.
Okay, yeah. That was so fun. What do you want people to remember about your journey?
Them to remember that there's hard times, but you can be happy in life. There's so many people who aren't just happy, older people who, they're not mad and they're not mean, but they're not happy. They're not happy with the choices they made. They're not happy with different things. And they just wish they could go back and change things. It's okay to strive to figure out how to be happy. And that's okay,
Is visibility a tool for you or a goal itself?
I don't know. Sometimes I really do wonder what things would be like if there was no social media and how you got famous was you went downtown, you went to open mics, you grew your name, I sold my mixtape out my car, I went to record labels and tried to get an audition, knocking on the door. Sometimes I wonder if that was easier than what it is now because it's social media and it's just so clustered. It's like everyone is doing something. You're never good enough when you're on social media. So I don't know. I sometimes wonder about that.
Okay, we're going to the end of this discussion. It was so fast, but cool but at the same time. What do you think about this conversation?
I think it was great. I think you were an amazing host. I think it was great. I had a lot of fun. Yes. Nothing. I can say bonjour.
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 No, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Yeah, it's good. Did you plan to one day like come in Europe, even France or whatever?
I would love to come now and do this interview in person if I could. But yeah,
That's
I
so
want to
cool.
travel and travel everywhere, and I'm not gonna stop until I can.
Okay. I wish you to come in Europe ASAP and to see the beauty of France or another country if you want,
Yeah.
and just call or text me and I'll be there. So we can remake this discussion like in live. That would go. That would be good. So what is your last message to people who are watching or listening to this video or this podcast?
I think my biggest saying that I say on every interview, I even have a fan that was special made for me. If there's a will, there's a way. Better figure it out. That's my thing. If you got breath in your body, you better figure it out.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Last question. Do you have like the place where people can find you? Instagram,
Yes.
TikTok, whatever.
Yes, you can follow me everywhere at Cherelle K, the Cherelle Nicole. It'll come up, or you can just search on Google, the internet, Cherelle K, and it'll come up. But make sure you spell my name right, because I ain't that big now. You got to spell it right. Don't misspell it.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching this, and keep supporting artists even they are small. Yeah. See you next time on my new video, and this video will be fully in Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcast too. So thank you. Merci Cherelle pour cet échange. Cet entretien marque une ouverture pour LeRegard. L'épisode est disponible en intégralité sur YouTube et sur toutes les plateformes de podcast. Magister, observer les trajectoires et décrypter la visibilité. Merci.